Are you trying to get into affiliate or digital marketing, start your own business, but you're also working full time? You're not quite sure how to get everything done? This video is for you. So I work full time and I am starting this business. And I will say it is difficult to juggle it all. And in my opinion, it really takes planning. And so I thought it might be helpful for me to walk through my planning routine with you in case that might help you out. Now, I personally am a paper planner. I like a list. I like to be able to cross something off. I get that that isn't for everybody. And so, maybe you want to just take some of these concepts and, move them into a digital format. I don't know. I'm just trying to show you something that might help you out. So I'm going to flip things around and I'm going to show you my planning setup that I go through every week. So to keep myself straight, I utilize both a monthly planner and a daily planner. And again, I am a paper planner. You can certainly figure out how to incorporate this into a digital planning routine. Maybe you don't need as much. This is just how my brain works and it works for me. So I really love Erin Condren planners. They're really good quality, but certainly you can get any sort of planner and it'll work. So the first thing that I like to do is on the monthly. So we're looking at March. So I have 3 different businesses really that I'm kind of working on concurrently. And so what I do on just this empty sheet is I separate out the different tasks that I need to do for each of those businesses. Now, some of these are tasks that I have to get done that month, and others are things that I can work on as I have time, right? It's kind of a wish list. So for example, online Gen Xpreneur, right? So I have to get my April content done. And then the rest of this really is more just as time permits, right? I do want to do ads. I want to put together a guide to give away. I want to set up some faceless channels. I want to do KDP, So it's just kind of a way to keep track of all of the different things that I want to work on. Then if I flip to the March calendar layout, first thing I do is I write down anything that is going to be taking time away from my business, right? So anything that I have to get done. So I sing in a church choir. So we have rehearsal every Wednesday night. I sing at Mass most Sunday mornings. We don't sing on the first Sunday of each month. Then I have a haircut appointment. I'm going to see a show on this night. And then this is Easter week. So I sing in a church choir. So we're singing at a bunch of masses. So I write all of that down. And then I go through and I write down, okay, so how many hours each day do I have to dedicate to my business then? So this is outside of working hours, etc. And this is just like best case. This doesn't mean I have to do these hours. It means, it doesn't mean I can't do more, right? It's just kind of a best guess. So most evenings I can give about 3 hours if I don't have anything else going on. Most Saturdays I can give 8 hours. That Sunday I can give 8 hours, etc. So I just like to have a general view of, okay, I actually do have, when you map it out this way, right, you can see really how much time you have. Now, keep in mind, I don't have kids. So my time is my own. I absolutely understand that if you have kids, yours is going to look much different. That's why writing it down can be really, really helpful, in my opinion. So you can really see, okay, so this Saturday, I have nothing going on. I have a ton of time. So maybe I can make sure that my husband can go take the kids somewhere else, or maybe my parents can take the kids for the day. I can really get a lot done that day. Stuff like that. So you really can, just see it at a glance. Then what I like to do is, and I do this each week, is I just map out what am I working on specifically that day? What's the plan for that day? And I use markers that correspond with this color coding so that it's, clear as to which kind of business am I focused on. So for example, every weekday during my lunch, I like to do a training module. So that is on each of these weekdays. Then on Mondays, I like to work on my budgeting business and create some things there. Tuesday is usually online Gen Xpreneur. So I know that I will be working on editing because I'm doing batch filming today, which is the 24th. So I'll have a lot of stuff to edit. Wednesday, I do have choir rehearsal, but I can also, during the day, upload some episodes to my Patreon group. Thursday, I know I'm going to still be editing. Friday night, I typically focus on my As the World Turns business, which is related to a soap opera. So I just do some stuff there. Saturday morning, I can film my budget closeout for my YouTube channel related to budgeting. And then I know I'll be working on online Gen Xpreneur, but I'm gonna leave it open right now because it depends on how much I'm able to get done the rest of this week. I probably will still be editing because what I like to do is batch film my content for the month and then get it all edited so it's ready to go. And then I have the rest of the month to work on other things. So that's working really well for me. It does take a lot of time to plan out the content, to film it, but I think it's worth it because it then frees up. Before, I was only filming a week's worth of content at a time. All I was doing all weekend long was filming and editing. So this way I get all the filming done at one time. I get the editing done. I should be able to get all the editing done within this first week. And then I have the rest of the month to focus on other things. So it's working really, really well for me. Okay. And then on Sunday, I need to edit that video that I'm filming on Saturday. And then I know I always like to do things with my email sequences on Sundays for my online Gen Xpreneur. Okay. And I just do this a week at a time. So on Sundays, I typically plan out the next week. Then what I do is I take my daily planner, also by Erin Condren, and this is going to have everything that I need to do, both business and personal related. Okay. So here's the 26th. So I know I'm going to put these 3 things on here. So training, merch exclusives, and Etsy listings. I know I need to make an appointment for my cat to go to the vet. And then I just like to look back at the previous week. What didn't I get done? And then here I also do kind of keep a running list of, if I have time, the other things that I want to work on. Okay. So emails and bookmarks in Google. I'm going to clean that up. Guide and ads, right? I have those listed. So, and then I just do that then for each day. And ideally, what I do at the end of each day is I mark off what I have completed. I move anything not completed to the next day. I don't always do that, but again, you might not need this much structure. This is how my brain works, and nothing makes me happier than crossing something off, filling in this little circle to indicate that it's done. That gives me a lot of personal satisfaction. So this works for me. Maybe you are able to do this in some sort of a digital format. I do also plan out my content using a Notion template, which I got when I did a training by Jackson's Tips here on TikTok. A Notion template came along with that, and that has been really helpful in planning out my content for the month and keeping it all straight. So I do also utilize that for my content planning. All right, there you go. Like I said, maybe that helps you, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Just trying to give you some things to think about. Let me know, how do you plan out your content, your tasks? How do you make sure that you get everything done? Whether it is you work full-time or maybe this is your full-time business. What's your process look like? Let me know in comments.